What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to your daily news report for Friday, May 27th. We have a bunch of stuff that is going on right now. A lot of this stuff is big, okay? We're going to talk about how Congress is effectively giving up, or did give up, on gun policy. We're going to talk about President Biden and how potentially tomorrow we will know whether or not he is going to move forward with up to $10,000 in student loan forgiveness. We're going to talk about how gas prices are coming down. And something else that is huge is we are potentially seeing the American workers get less money. They're not going to get a wage increase any longer, and this could potentially hurt. However, this is good news to the Federal Reserve. So let's get right down to it. First, all I ask is if you just spend 2 seconds, go ahead, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. Now, something big is happening. Right now, what's happening, and many people might not even be seeing it, but what is happening is employers are not handing out big salary increases like they were for much of 2021. What we are seeing is businesses used to pass on the increased labor costs to the consumers, to you and I. That was fine temporarily. However, what is happening now is consumers aren't really eager to spend money on higher priced products and services. So what's happening is we are seeing decreases in demand, and wage hikes are slowing. Now again, for the Federal Reserve, and when they are trying to rein in inflation, this is considered a very good sign. But for workers who are just trying to make more money to help cover their rising costs, honestly, this isn't what they want to hear. But again, keep in mind, this is mainly with smaller companies. With larger companies, they're still offering higher wages. And the reason they can do this is right now they're just attempting to steal quality workers away from other companies in hopes that paying more now will lock them into their company for the foreseeable future. So again, it's coming down to, all right, should I go work for a bigger company or not? A lot of people don't like working for a large corporation. Some do. But in the end, it comes down to how much will it benefit that person and their family. That's what's really this is all about. But let me ask you this. Are you seeing, or have you heard of people in your place of business? Are you hearing about them getting a wage increase? Because as of right now, that's not happening. It is slowing down. And that's tough because some expect we are actually going to see inflation go up. Others say we reached the peak and now it's just going to keep coming down. So we will see in the matter of 2 weeks. Now, let's address something else that is big. And wages are huge. But let's address something else that's really on the American people's mind, and that is guns and what Congress is doing about this. One of the most talked about bills this week has been on gun policy. Now you're probably thinking that something is absolutely going to pass, especially with all the violence that we've seen in the past 2 weeks, right? The mass shooting in Buffalo, New York, the school shooting down in Texas. Well, you're probably thinking, of course Congress is going to pass something. Well, you could be wrong. Here's why. Yesterday, Republican senators blocked a terrorism bill that would have opened debate on questions surrounding hate crimes and gun safety. This bill cleared the House last week after the mass shooting in Buffalo, New York, but it fell short of getting enough support in the Senate with only 47 yes votes. There were also 47 no votes. It has to get 60 votes. It was 13 votes short. Every single Republican voted no. Now you're probably thinking, of course, Republicans are to blame for not getting a bill passed. But let me just remind you of this. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer also blocked a school safety bill on Wednesday. The bill was called the Luke and Alex School Safety Act. Luke and Alex were two people that were shot and killed in the Parkland shooting. But Senator Schumer rejected the bill because he said he could see more guns in school as a result of this bill. And that could be right. But at the same time, Senator Schumer said that Democrats would consider the Republicans' bill, but only if Republicans agreed to open debate on the domestic terrorism bill. So again, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours. So think about it. The Senate can't move in a positive direction for the American people because they are just getting in their own way. That's what's difficult about what's going on. And that's what's so frustrating is that right now, there's nothing happening. And if you think, that was just Wednesday and Thursday, don't worry. It's Friday, it's a new day. The Senate will get right on this. Well, that's not going to happen because here's what's going on. The Senate is away at recess. They're going to be away for the next 10 days until June 6th. They aren't going to be there for the next week. Okay? The House of Representatives, they're on an 11-day recess as they don't return until June 7th. So if you think something's going to get done and we're going to pass these bills and everything's going to be better next week, you're wrong. It's not going to happen. But could we see them back in their home districts working on a bill? Yes, of course we could. But it's also highly unlikely that somebody working on their own bill is going to get something passed in an evenly divided Senate. So we'll see what happens there. But again, it's frustrating. And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think our congressmen and women should be leaving on recess for over a week when we are having these major issues here in the United States? Let me know down in the comment section below. Now let's talk about student debt forgiveness, because this is something that we have been getting multiple reports on. Right? We've seen White House officials discuss this. We've seen economists say what this would do. We've seen lawmakers say we need to pass it. Others say, well, maybe we should wait. Here's what we know. White House aides have actually drafted the order to cancel student loan debt. But they're still waiting on President Biden to decide whether he wants to do it or not. There's still a possibility that he decides against this. However, it's highly unlikely. Right now, the expectation is that President Biden is going to forgive up to $10,000 per borrower. There will likely be an income limit as well for your eligibility, and that will likely be set at $125,000. Okay? $125,000. If you make over that, you would not be eligible. But here's what you need to understand. So President Biden is set to make a pair of commencement speeches this weekend. Some are expecting this will be the ideal time for him to announce up to $10,000 per borrower. So make sure you stick around. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any more updates. But that could be coming out this weekend. All right? Now, I do have some good news for you. It does not have to do with student loans. It does not have to do with gun policy or legislation. It really doesn't have to do with Congress. It has to do with gas prices. What many were expecting was leading up to Memorial Day weekend, which is this weekend, starting tomorrow. What we were going to see is we were going to see gas prices surge. Now, this still could happen, but it could happen after Memorial Day weekend or Monday or Tuesday. But what we are hearing right now is gas prices have been high for quite some time. That people are actually getting used to not traveling as much as they used to. That's a really good sign. And as demand in gas drops, so could the price of a gallon of gas. Here's the good news. And it's not huge, but this is what's going on. Right now, the average price of a gallon of gas here in the United States is $4.59 a gallon. That is as of today. Yesterday, well, technically it's $4.599. Okay? Yesterday, it was $4.60. So it has dropped 0.001. Okay? That's what it's dropped. So it has come down. But the good news is it's the first time in weeks that gas prices have dropped per gallon. That's what we're hearing. So that's the good news. And again, all this is big. What's happening right now, what Congress was doing, what is going on as far as student loan forgiveness, gas prices coming down, wages coming down as well, or not really coming down, but wages not going up as quickly as they once were. All this is big. Every single thing that's happening right now is going to impact every single one of us. All right? So just keep that in mind. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.